do compare and contrast between Warhorse and Animal Farm. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to start with Warhorse first, which in the story it tells us about Albert and his beloved horse, which name is Joey. Albert and Joey is forcibly parted because Albert's father sells Joey to British Cavalry in order to get money and to stay alive during that war. Story mainly enlightened us about love, which is if you truly love someone or something, you will really sacrifice everything, just like Albert did in this. In Animal Farm, this story tells us about groups of animals planning to rebel against their owner, which is a human. What they truly wanted is a freedom, which is a freedom to live happily and freely without being tortured and forced to work. They wanted the freedom so bad because they didn't want to work for the human animal. They tell us that if you work hard enough for the thing that you want, you will achieve it, just like the windmill that the animal in the farm built.
Alright, now let's talk about simple similarities in Warhorse and Animal Farm. In Warhorse, there is a Joey who is a very hardworking horse. He even went through so many hardships ever since he was bought by Ted Nerford. And in Animal Farm, there is a Boxer who is also a very hardworking horse. He dedicated himself towards the farm every single day. Alright, now let's talk about the next symbol, which is friendship. In Warhorse, there is a very strong friendship between Joey and Topton. They always stick together until the last breath of Topton. In Animal Farm, there is also a very strong friendship in between Boxer and Benjamin. They always stick together too until Boxer gets sent away.
Hi, my name is Nurul Natasha binti Zahari. So in this presentation, I'll be presenting the differences of symbols that applies in both stories, Warhorse and Animal Farm. As in the Warhorse, Albert's enthusiasm turns out to have a better result compared to the Animal Farm. He determines to become a soldier ever since Joey is sold so that he could find Joey and bring him home safely. At the end of the day, he succeeds to bring Joey back home from the war safely. As in the Animal Farm, the animals' enthusiasm doesn't have a better result. The animals have been working so hard to build the windmill. Nevertheless, at the end of the day, they seem to face another obstacles after another, which the winter is the really hard one, and they also short in food. The second symbols is leadership. As in the Warhorse, a good leadership is portrayed through thoughtfulness. The Captain Nichols purchases Joey for himself from Albert's father. He turns out protecting Joey at all costs, as he thought that this prize horse need to receive extra rations and the best treatment available. As in the Animal Farm, Orwell depicts bad leadership through the lens of corruption and betrayal. The pigs, Napoleon and Snowball, whom act as a leader, have been demanding all sorts of privileges and status for themselves when they did nothing at all for the farm. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Najwa, and today I'm going to present about team differences. The first team differences is the bond between animal and human. In Animal Farm, there is no bond between animal and human because in Animal Farm, the human oppresses the animal and treated them wrongly. The human in this story only cares about wealth and what the animal could bring them, and they totally neglected the animal well-being and needs. Meanwhile, in the Warhorse, the human in the story really cares a lot about the horse's well-being. We can see that each time the horse is moved from one place to another, he will always be taken good care of by a good person. So this shows how strong the bond that the horse have with the human in the story.
The second themes are inequality of treatment. In Animal Farm, the individual in the societies are not treated equally. The more important individual will be treated with privileges, while the less important of an individual will be mistreated. As we can see, the pigs in the story are treated with more privilege, as they are the one who thinks for other animals, while other animals have to work very hard just to fulfill what the pigs want. This is so in contrast in the story War Horse. As in War Horse, each one of the characters, each one of the animals are treated with utmost respect and equality that each of them should experience. They have never been mistreated. Even when Joey was taken by the German soldier, there are one soldier who takes a good care of him and Thunderbolt.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. So my name is Nur Irdina Shaira binti Muhammad Nasir, and I'm going to explain about the themes of this story, and I'm going to explain about the similarities of Animal Farm and War Horse. So there are two similarities of this story, which is first courage and the second one is cleverness and intelligence. So let's move on to the first one, which is courage. So for courage, the example that we can see in the Animal Farm is when the animals on farm finally rebel against the farmers and drove them off by beating, kicking and stretching while the farmer had guns. While in the War Horse, the example that we can see is when the soldier and their horses had to be prepared to act without hesitation in the face of certain death. They are going to the war with the courage, even though they know sometimes they will die. To the second one, which is cleverness and intelligence. So in the Animal Farm, the example of the cleverness is the animal may look like harmlessness, but they're just waiting for the right opportunity to oppress us all. While in the War Horse, the example is Joey is a very clever horse because he even recognized immediately that his friend, which is Albert, and he also recognized the kindness in Captain Nicole, Captain Stewart, and also Emily and his grandfather.
Hi, my name is Nur Fatin Izzati binti Zulkifli. So I'm going to talk about the moral value of War Horse and Animal Farm. For War Horse, the first value is communication. We need to communicate in order to solve the problems in our life. The second one is appreciation. We need to appreciate every single thing that happened in our life because there must be a good reason behind it. The third one is love. Joey's love towards Albert is unconditional and so do Albert. So we need to apply this kind of love to our family in order to live a happy life. The third one is don't ever lose hope. Whenever you are doing something, don't ever lose hope because it will lead to success. And so, for Animal Farm, the first value is respect each other. We need to respect all the people around us. Respecting people is a noble thing to do. The second one is stand by your own. You need to stand with your choice. You need to be confident with your choice and be brave with your choice. The third one is power is not everything. When you have power, don't misuse it. Use it correctly. And the last one is equality. Be equal to everyone. Don't be biased and be a good leader. That's all from me. Thank you.